The event was amazing. It exceeded all my expectations, honestly. Like, for like a fighting game tournament, like it went above and beyond. Like not only did we get to play against super great players, there was so much stuff that we got for free. Like I have like a bunch of shirts, we got the scarf, we got cards. They like outdid themselves for sure. I got to meet the voice of Goku and Vegeta and a million other characters in the series that I didn't realize that, you know, they also played, because not to, you know, I might not be the biggest fan of Dragon Ball before this day, but now, you know, minute. But yeah, the event was spectacular. I think my favorite event, like part of it, was just like being able to see myself like progress from the beginning of the LCQ, like where I was just kind of getting like destroyed, to like today where I feel like I could hang with some of the like good players that were there in casuals. So just being able to like lose at the beginning and kind of like compartmentalize that, and then see myself now as like being decent, be able to hang in there and just improving is inspiring for myself and makes me want to keep playing and grinding the game for the next World Tour season. I'm super hyped for, what was it, the 2 characters are gonna be coming out on the 31st, right? So we got Jiren, and then they got Videl and Saiyaman. I'm gonna probably lab some Videl, cause like there's all a bunch of dudes in the game right now, a bunch of Saiyans, a bunch of Gokus, trying to play Videl and the homie Saiyaman. That sounds dope. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do when I get back. Go back to the daily grind of just living life, hanging out. I don't know. Like whenever Dragon Ball came out, I was just playing and I was doing decently, like locally. And then now I'm part of Crescent. I got the hoodie. Now they got me out here. I can't even like, even at that point, like back at Slam Seer, when I was talking to Dylan and some of the other people at Crescent about like joining, I didn't even fathom like where I would be now, like in Los Angeles, hanging out and like flying across the country to play Dragon Ball. It's amazing. And now that I have this experience, and now that I have like this like framework by which I can like analyze myself and my gameplay, I think Lumen helped me a lot. Just kind of like talking to me after like matches, as well as Doza, and Stefan as well. Like got a lot of help in terms of like how I could analyze myself and like my strengths as a player. So I think I'm really excited for this coming year and this competitive season, because before I was kind of just going at it on my own and analyzing things myself, and that's kind of like different, right? Because whenever you have the input from other people, it can really increase your talent like by leaps and bounds, because you're not just kind of like subject to your own ideas and subject to your own kind of like tendencies. So when other people can look at things and tell you what you need to do, and when other people can look at your strengths and be like, hey, this is what you're good at and this is what you need to do, and it kind of like gets a lot of distractions out of your own head when you're, you know, analyzing your own stuff. So I'm super excited. I'm gonna go back to the lab, and I know that there's a lot of things that I can work on, and I think I know my strengths more so now this time around. So see me in 2019, everybody. In terms of like how much Louisiana has helped me out as a player now, I literally started just as a nobody, as some guy that would drive an hour 15 minutes or so over to locals in New Orleans from Mississippi, and from there kind of like met a lot of people and made a lot of friends from that scene, and then I finished out my like college career over in New Orleans, and through that, like during that, I kept playing in tournaments and things like that, and met all these guys, all these great people within the scene, and became a part of something way bigger than I sort of realized. Shout outs to Rosebud, the house that kind of like was like this hub for a bunch of games and a bunch of people in New Orleans for a while the past couple of years. And that was kind of like a hub for things, and like for fighting games as well as like Smash Brothers or whatever. And Louisiana is kind of like a small kind of like fractional scene where there's a bunch of like little cities. Like there's New Orleans, there's Baton Rouge, there's Lafayette, and I've had the pleasure of hanging out with people from all those different scenes. And I think like being able to play all these different people from these different areas has really like expanded my horizons and like got me to play a lot of different play styles, and a lot of people from different games too. Like I don't know, there's kind of like a distinct like little scene in each different area. There's like NRS in New Orleans, there's like a lot of anime around Baton Rouge, and there's like a lot of Street Fighter in Lafayette, and they all have their own little personalities. And it's really cool, like for me, like as kind of like an outsider in the beginning, and now like I've been a part of it for a bunch of years. Like all that kind of like culminated in to where I'm at now, like being able to like play with some of the best and kind of like see where I'm at when I travel and stuff. So it's a really cool deal. And now being a part of an organization, this is like a totally different thing for me, outside of just that little grassroots scene that got me to where I'm at. Now I'm like able to have this opportunity where I can travel and do a lot of things, and like it's not just me trying to like go to events. Now I have like all the support and all these people that can also back me up and give me tips and things like that. So it's actually like super cool when, I don't know, you take things into account, I suppose. Like I'm kind of losing my train of thought. It's like rambling. It's just super cool that there's an organization that's around in Louisiana that's really trying to take that culture that is already there and bring it to the forefront and take our talent and like take it across the nation and develop things for the future. It's super awesome, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And it's kind of crazy now to think about it. Like I started as like a little fighting game player like 3 or 4 years ago, and now I'm here in Los Angeles chilling and meeting Goku and Vegeta and playing against some of the best. So I'm excited for the future and what that holds for Crescent and what we can do to make things even better and even bigger.